Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Halloween special of Cthulhuigi's Great Conker's Bad Let's Play. I'm just here to show you that Cameo Elements of Power has the works from World of Warcraft in it.
Wow.
Thanks. It still bugs me that that clock says 1369. So have we seen everything that pops up in this weird papercraft zone now?
Probably.
Oh, it's Clink. I like how he's here, like he's a major character. I mean, I guess like every character that isn't Conker has like shared second place for screen time.
Like, yeah.
Where is Barry right now in the plot?
I think she the last time we saw her she was with like the funny Godfather guy telling us to blow up the caveman. So
Didn't she
I think
like
she just
ask if
kind of
she could leave and that did?
yeah, she just fucked off. So I assume she's like preparing to do the Matrix stuff right now. Unless I'm forgetting some other appearance because I totally forgot that she appeared in Unga Bunga at all.
Oh yeah, Nighttime and Barn Boys. I remember where he left off. No, we're
Yeah,
recording this on Halloween and I'm gonna upload it on Halloween. That's why it's called the Halloween special.
yeah. Tonight we'll be tackling the Halloween level.
I assume I did not. Yeah, it does not save your extra lives, so I think I can do it with 12. I don't think the issue with Spooky is that like it eats through your lives. I think
The
it's
only
just
thing I
very.
even remember happening in Spooky is turning into a bat and having to fly through the same passageway 3 times.
Yeah, just like whatever the worst part of Wario Land 3 or 4 is, except longer. I don't think the worst part of either of those games is a bat segment, actually. Bat's a pretty good power up. When's Wario Land 5?
Uh, already happened if you think about it.
Yeah, Way Forward's making it. They announced it during the Paper Mario Direct.
I feel like at this point, like back in the Wii era, Nintendo was really epic about remaking all of your favorite games, and now, like they're the worst at it. I guess they're if you consider porting Wii U titles, they're making a lot of remakes.
What's a good remake in the Wii era?
Not remakes, like bringing back old franchises to their roots, like Donkey Kong
Uh,
Returns and Kirby Returns and
yeah,
um, Mario Returns. And I mean, Wario Returns was on the Wii. That's why I
yeah.
brought that up.
I mean, it wasn't. I guess back then it wasn't like that long of a wait between 4 and Shake It. Like,
I hate it when there's things like that that are true, but they don't seem true to me based on like me remembering being a kid a lot more vividly than like the last decade.
yeah. Now Good Feel just makes Yoshi games.
They're Grezzo's little bitch.
What's Grezzo doing?
Didn't they do Link? Did they work on Link's Awakening?
I can't remember.
I don't think they did. Grezzo did Federation Force, right?
No, that was Next Level.
Shit. I might.
And
Just
that was also 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah, shit. That. Did Grezzo do Triforce Heroes?
I don't think they did.
Did they do the the Four Swords Anniversary Edition?
Was
Wait, oh my god, it does matter which ones of these die. I only let 3 of them die, and only 3 of them are here in hell.
I'm very curious if the game actually counted that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you can't skip this scene by making the dog not eat any of them, but...
There's a Warner. Yes, not long for you now, you little prick.
Maybe you can overflow the game by making them eat too many of them.
I feel like this game is in a perpetually overflowed state. Do I just push this door open?
I thought you had to go get the shotgun from the Reaper man.
You're probably right. I don't really remember anything about this until you get to the titular Bat's Tower. Can't talk to this guy.
I mean, I know you do something else with them. I just don't remember how.
I have to go back and resurrect the dogfish and eat the other 2 catfish. Could I have just kept... Is that where I came from?
The way you came from like caved in, so you can't go back. So like if there's an open path, you should go through it.
But
As in,
what's
I think
that
you should turn
point?
around.
What's that?
I don't know.
I don't think I was going against... Ugh, the way he was swimming there freaked me out. He was like turning his head to look at the catfish, but it was like keeping his head dislocated. Okay. I don't know how Euclidean this game is. Is this what I was looking at earlier? I think it is.
What were you looking at?
Like that uphill water.
Yeah, this is where you came from. This is like the start, I think. Yeah, this looks very familiar. Okay, yeah.
Wait, so have I ever gone up that way then?
I guess not. Can you try going up there?
Maybe
Can
it's
you
like
go up there?
Maybe this is where you leave Spooky or something. Oh, seems like I... Oh yeah, invisible wall. Yeah, this must be where you leave. Because yeah, I think you just leave and then you come back and then the gate to war is open.
Oh, you again. Why don't you piss off? Can't you see I'm busy?
Yeah, here's what I was saying, like, does dying make a difference? Because he says, oh, you again, although maybe they just didn't bother programming anything for that.
It seems very unlikely that someone would be able to get to this without dying on a first playthrough.
Yeah. And I feel like it must be technically be possible, but...
The only thing that kills it. To the head. Nothing more, nothing less. Here, better than a pissing frying pan, that's for sure. Take it. That's it. Piss off. Shotgun. Yeah.
I like this texture warping.
Still, if it gets on his nerves, then that's all
I wish this game had Sonic Adventure 1 mouth animation.
Yeah.
If he's undead, then technically that makes him kind of dead. Which means I should get the inheritance. I mean, how bad can a handful of dead people be?
I feel like this maybe should have happened earlier in the game.
Now, let's see. Shotgun.
Like, I don't know. Evaluating the critical, like, pacing of this game would be a chore.
Yeah, I don't know. What?
Surprise guest, it's Mike Myers here.
Mike Myers!
Museum.
Shagadelic, baby!
Just thought I'd come and see one of Chugga Conroy's top 15 favorite LPers playing one of the top 15 most famous Nintendo games themselves. How's it going, Home Slice?
Well, I've just entered the zombie level for our Halloween special today.
That's what Mike Myers says, right? He says Home Slice.
I bet he said that.
Can you tell me when Awesome Powers 4 comes out?
March 2nd, 2012.
Those gravestones have like developer names on them, don't they?
One of them's like iced tea balls or
I
something.
think they're like
I
puns.
think Darvo was like about to look at that
IB
one. Okay, no,
Floppy
he wasn't.
and P Stain.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
IB
mind.
Floppy is a real dev name.
Oh yeah, I remember this from the multiplayer. Wow, they really nailed dual stick. Okay, I need to remember that my right stick is not a stick; it's C buttons.
Do you think Rareware is so crude because all of the devs just happen to have coincidentally crude
Icy
names?
nuts at sea, man. Why are people?
Holy shit.
Is this like a really progressive graveyard where like wives never took their husband's last name,
Yes. Well, see, like,
or
you
where
know how
friends got buried together?
well, you know, in some countries, how people have two last names. Well, if you're in a furry country, they just pick their last names.
Yeah, I guess like a lot of furries have the as the middle name and like just an animal name as their last name. So, oh my god, this isn't real controls. I need to download the patch that lets you invert the axis.
Download the patch that lets you control it with your mouse.
How would you do this on N64? It's so bad. Wait, where'd that guy come from? I forget. You have to like kill all these to open that door.
Oh
I'm gonna be.
yes.
I never got this far in the game on my own on a real N64, so I don't actually know how this works on controller.
I think the way to cheese it is like this. It seems like it is so far. I don't want to count my horses before they hatch.
I mean, it looked like it would be really easy to just walk through here if you didn't fight them. So you must have to kill at least some of them.
Wait, was this an original N64 version? This like way of shooting them?
Yeah.
Was this game invented Resident Evil 4?
And Dota.
Oh, that's true.
What was the first game with waves? I guess Space Invaders.
Wave race.
I
I
think
don't know.
it came out before this did.
Echo the Dolphin.
And Warcrafts. Multiple of them.
I
Sorry
think
that
this
this-
actually checks for if you get a headshot, which is like, I wish it didn't.
I'm gonna ask a question unrelated to the LP, but have you ever played a mobile game so much that you mute the volume and then you can still hear it in your head,
Yeah.
and then you're worried that like other people can hear it, and then you check
Yeah.
it and it's on 0?
Yes.
All right, I'm glad I'm not just the lone insane person.
I've also forgot to mute Fire Emblem Heroes and played it in the bathroom, which that's like the worst thing that can happen if you go to the bathroom. Oh, the worms are back!
You mean
Oh my
like a
God.
public bathroom? Those worms are a
Yeah.
lot more scary than the previous worms.
I guess this is what I must have been thinking of when I thought there was a way to kill the worms. It's just they show up again later, except when you have a shotgun.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. You know, they put these worms in the Demon Souls remake when you go to 2-1. Well, 2-2, really.
If you try to walk out of bounds with the new graphics, they put in these worms to stop you.
The Conker's Bedford A shotgun is the pickaxe of Demon Souls.
Doesn't work.
You have to shoot them in the head.
I can't
Yeah, you have to get
scroll
an
up
epic
anymore.
headshot.
My
Have you ever played
Uh,
Perfect
freaking
Dark
C stick is
Darvo?
broken. I didn't realize I could strafe while I was in that aiming mode.
Are these?
I think
Is
I'm
this
gonna just
literally
get
the
past
same
these the way I got
controls
past the
as-
first set of worms.
Do you think they wanted Stop and Swap to have like a mode where both Banjo and Kazooie and Conker are in first person, and there's like two controllers, and like you have to, like one player is Conker, the other player is Banjo, and they have to kill the other one gruesomely,
I
and then
think
it just deletes the other game's save file.
I think Bottle's Revenge was originally gonna be a stop and swap with Conker.
Is Bottle's Revenge real? I just always assumed
It's
that
real.
was
They've
something that was made
hacked
up.
hacked it back in. It's like
Yeah,
complete.
it's like basically fully functional. It's just not accessible in the final game for whatever reason.
It just sounds like something people would make up.
It does sound very fake, and the way it plays out just seems kind of like
It's basically the same as Ghost Kirby at Squeak Squad.
If every Rareware game didn't exist and then I tried to explain them to you, you would just be like, "No, that's not real. That never was real." Like they all sound like joke concepts.
Do you think somebody on the team made that like Conker is vampire edit and was like so impressed by it they just had to put it at the top of a stairway there?
I mean, like Half-Life 1 happened because like someone at Valve was fucking around and like made some script that made like model eyes track the player when you move past them. So I'm sure that if that can cause that, then what you said is possible as well.
I just noticed he has like a Mewtwo vein down his back.
What's the guy in The Simpsons that this ripped off of?
Mr. Burns?
Homer.
Yeah, it's just Mr. Burns.
That like brainstem thing is weirding me out.
It's just a ponytail.
I think it's like a George Washington wig, which is actually called a powder wig, so I don't know why I called it a George Washington wig.
Called a power wig.
No, I think if you called it a powder wig, nobody would know what you're talking about. But if you called it a George Washington wig, everyone would be like, "Ah, yes, George Washington."
Austin powered wig.
So
Holding a
I'm
bottle of ketchup.
gonna try to predict this story before it happens because I don't remember it. But doesn't it turn out that like Conker's already a vampire before he comes here?
I genuinely don't remember at all.
We'll see, but that's my
That's why Conker
prediction.
is so thirsty for alcohol, because
I mean, he had to be invited into the house. Like this man had to be like, "Ah, yes, come in." So I mean, it'd be
I like the one on the right a lot.
yeah, I do too. That
yeah,
was
these
really
look like
good.
fucking red mist Squidward creepypasta images.
The Pilgrim
The
Conker is good
red-faced
too.
Squidward.
I like that he's like smirking and there's like burning guillotines in the background or something.
That union, alas, was not successful.
Yeah, and they have really stupid teeth as well. Didn't they have any dentists back then?
Who are you to criticize me or my ancestors, whose blood runs in these veins? You are not of noble birth, and never will be.
If Conker and Donald Duck switch places, do you think the Donald Duck World War II cartoon would be a lot more like this?
It's a really good question.
Somewhat touchy.
Oh, that's alright. I know how it is. Family. Yeah.
Conker going quackers. Donald Duck's bad for a day.
Do you think that in the Donald Duck version of this, that would have been played? This would be a Scrooge character or like a Ghost Christmas present character?
That's another question that I think is impossible to answer. But to raise you a third question that's impossible to answer, I was gonna retort with Conker's bat goes quackers with whatever the sound a squirrel makes, and then I realized there's no defined sound that a squirrel makes.
Nuts, please.
To answer your it would be Skeleton Goofy.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, the villagers again. I think Goofy as a proxy for the undead makes a lot of sense.
I was going to kill you and drink your blood.
Gulp.
But now I think I'm needing your help. Pray. Come here.
Y'all can't hear it right now, but like This is probably peak raspiness in a game that's all raspy voices. Guys, so does anyone play what's it called? Diddy Kong's Racing.
Never heard of it. Never heard of a fuckers game like that.
I think you are my great.
What about it?
If you like the egg collect minigame in that, or the egg collect game in Fall Guy, you're gonna love this game.
Welcome indeed.
I forgot Diddy Kong Racing had an egg collecting game.
These little villagers
That's what Fall Guys is based off of.
to my establishment for having to
Diddy Kong
Okay,
Racing
so-
is nuts. And
fact yet.
no pun intended.
As you can see, I've had a few minor alterations to the house. The house grind.
Could Rareware have made Diddy Kong Racing as violent as this if they wanted to?
They used a recolored version of the shit texture for blood.
So no,
If you think
Sorry.
about it, that's what it is in real life.
no.
Villagers. Pop them in the grinder. Let me feed. You may feed too if you wish, but only later. Well? Oh yes, I forgot. You can only speak like what you are.
Baby.
Okay, so I remember kind of right. Like he does like say like, maybe you might be my great times whatever grandson. He does like turn you into that.
I forgot how much I like this walk animation.
That is really good.
I forgot
Oh
you
my
could walk
god!
for him.
Oh my fucking god! This game doesn't work! I'm sorry, people were negging me for saying I was too harsh on it. Why did they forget to program it? I'm holding A and pressing down on the control stick to do this ascent. The classic ascent controls.
Darvo, can you give us a good look at Conker's bat face? I really want to see. I don't know how possibly you would be able to do that.
I literally have no idea how I'm controlling this. I know that A is flap and jump.
Well, it's simulating what it would be like if you turned into a bat in real life. You wouldn't know
That's
which
true.
of your muscles
It's
control your
echolocation.
wings. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask a question. I'm sure everybody's wondering. How does this compare to MacBat 64 so far?
Well, I've gotten through a lot more of this than MacBat 64, but I think that the bat controls in MacBat 64 were a little bit more refined. This is as close as I can get to Baby Conker's
That's
face.
really good. Looks like a little cat with wings.
Yeah, great design. Not a huge fan of how the controls... They didn't tell me what the controls were or anything, right? They're just like, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Did they animate a death if you fly into the
Okay, what it
grinder?
is... Holding the A button just makes you go into aerial mode. And, like, I'm not doing anything right now. He will just hover. Okay. Left trigger is shit.
That's important.
I've yet to find the go forward. Okay, B is go forward. Okay. Yeah, this isn't terrible controls. It's just very disarming if you're used to, like, normal video game controls.
I
These
have
are really
a fourth
classy,
impossible.
context-sensitive buttons.
I have a fourth impossible question for you all. If Mike Myers got turned into a bat, how many days would he live?
All
All of them. He would never die.
the only thing stopping him from living forever is that he's not a bat. So this area reminds me a lot of the, like, Skulltula houses in Majora's Mask for some reason.
This is like a fucked up TF2 map.
I wish TF2 maps looked as cool as this.
I mean,
looks
there is like
better.
a Monster Mansion one, but I don't think it's really as good as this.
There's like 30 monster mansions and none of them are as good as this.
Yeah, this is like, everybody remembers the rule of 3. Do you like the rule of, like, 6 or some shit? It's too many. It's not 3, I remember that much. Oh my god.
Is the rule of
why
3
they-
you saying the 3-second rule, or is it like a Star Wars?
No,
the
rule of
rule
three is
two
just like,
joke?
well, it's a. I think it's like based on a comedy thing, but it's like also like in games, bosses always have 3 hit points, and then like
Oh,
even in this
okay.
game, like when you have to get the little cheeses to feed the rat, you have to do it 3 times.
It's called the Mario Galaxy
Except
rule.
here you just have to get all of the villagers, and we've already seen like 5 of them in like 2 rooms. And they respawn at where they started if you drop them. It's pretty good, pretty funny though.
Pretty good.
Pretty good,
Pretty
pretty
funny.
funny.
That's our
The
slogan.
I think the rule of 3 in comedy is that like jokes that have like some kind of repetition are the funniest when you do them specifically 3 times.
That's untrue, because Simple Flips has done the Mario Maker 2 emphasis joke at least 4 times, and it's
Well, not like
definitely-
Not like the same
for, like,
joke, it's like if you're doing a list of things.
yeah,
okay.
like 3 times in the same bit, not like it's not saying you can't do a running joke more than 3 times.
Well, how does that theory compare to like? I'm
Sonic
not
Heroes.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes, but also like I'm not complimenting Family Guy here, but Family Guy did like prove that there's some kind of human psychology where if you do a joke for like 20 minutes, after it's unfunny for 5 minutes, it becomes funny again.
That's
So
Well, how many times have they done that? There's the chicken fight. There's the and there's probably some third one in Modern Family Guy I'm not familiar with. Rule of 3.
well, I just mean like I think a lot of things have done that since Family Guy. And so like maybe like if you do it 3 times it's funny, but maybe if you do it 30 times then it's also funny, you know. Maybe it just has to have a 3.
yeah. I just mean like if you're writing a comedy routine, then like that's probably just a good rule to stick to. But if you're writing like something more long form, then yeah, sure.
I forget what talking to the barrel guide does. And
Did they ever do a
honestly,
joke? Oh, sorry, wait.
I don't want to find out.
I don't think you can talk to him until you're a squirrel again.
I was so deep in thought, like I didn't realize like anyone was talking, which was a really rude thing.
No,
of me to
do not feel bad about going on tangents during this part. This is probably the most boring part of the game.
I was gonna say, has Family Guy ever done a joke where they repeat the joke for the entire episode, but then also like during the post episode bumper, like they continue the joke since like the channel that makes the show also owns the channel. Like, have they ever extended a joke for longer than the maximum episode length? Because that's a missed opportunity. I guess no one would know the answer to that because we all hate Family Guy. But
We gotta wait for the comments. I bet a lot of people watching this might incidentally know. No judgment if you hate watch or apathy watch Family Guy. It's a show.
I mean, the production team of Family Guy can't be the same team that like runs the network. I'm sure they could like work with them, and I feel like there have been examples of that, but I wouldn't know what they are.
I mean, I definitely have watched a lot of worse shows, so like, yeah, no one should feel like bad. But like Nickelodeon always had those bumpers where like Jimmy Neutron comes on screen and like zaps it and puts a filter over Very Odd Parents. So I feel like, you know, they could do something.
What the fuck did you say to me? I've watched a lot of vor shows, so you shouldn't feel bad.
War.
Oh, horror. Okay.
No,
War.
I said worse shows.
Oh,
Oh,
worse.
worse.
Oh, I thought you said war shows. I thought you were saying like, oh yeah, I've watched the History Channel.
We all heard like
I
five.
was
It's
saying
like-
I saw a lot of worse shows, but so like no one should feel bad. Not a lot of war shows.
We heard like war, horror, and war out of that. Like,
No, I just meant like watching Squirrel and Hedgehog without a proper
Look at how this
translation.
guy looks right now.
Family Guy.
I mean, his back was already like way bigger than I thought he was when he first showed up.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
this is getting.
Yeah, I
I
think
like
the
how
joke of this is it's a rule of threes, so you have to do it 9 times.
I like how you all waited to bring up that you misheard me, like the 4 sentences afterwards.
Well, I didn't know I misheard you until you went back to talk about that again. This is a
That's
cool
true.
Yeah, I
area.
had to process it for a second because I thought something I said implied I watched like television shows that involved vor. I was like, wait, did he? What is he insinuating here?
I definitely know that you don't do that. So,
Isn't SpongeBob a Vorse show?
Uh,
modern SpongeBob maybe. I don't think classic SpongeBob.
What about
was.
like I wrestled the Texan epic worm? That's not the Texan epic worm. That's its tongue. That's
Technically,
vor.
SpongeBob is constantly voring the ocean he lives in because he's a sponge.
That's true. But he is a kitchen sponge and not a biological sponge.
If you put a kitchen sponge like under the ocean, like doesn't it like? Is that the joke? Is that why he has infinite energy because he's constantly getting energy from the ocean he's absorbing?
Okay, I guess they don't go back to spawn when you drop them.
Oh, Darvo, I was gonna ask if American Dad ever did that because I know you're the American Dad representative in the group.
I haven't watched American Dad since like its 4th season, but it
Well,
probably
you saw the
has
speed
vor in it.
run.
Why am I going back here when I know where the last ones are? I definitely just have to get all of them.
You just enjoy
I'm like
controlling. your
hoping
bat and
that I'll.
fucking
I
your bat.
appreciate that they did every step of the DeviantArt thing going on there. Like, this isn't an unfunny idea. I love that. Look, there's a little bit of foreshadowing.
Yeah.
The 3 locks on that door.
House of 3. Yeah, they've won the DeviantArt fetish bingo with this game.
I think they had won that like back in Barn Boys.
That's true.
Oh my god. Clipping. Can you see like the other areas from here too? I didn't look at the skybox too much. What is this like weird Zerg tower? It's just everywhere. Oh, like all of that is like the regular map back there. That's interesting. I'm trying to figure out, is any of that war? Can you see war from here, or is it like... I don't know what I was gonna say it was like. I was gonna say it was like Banjo-Tooie, which is not correct. It's like Sunshine. Those are the
Banjo
only
is
two
very
games.
similar to Sunshine, to be fair. Kazooie's your flood.
Well, Banjo-Tooie does have a level where you can look down at the entire Isle o' Hags
Yeah,
and
but
see.
I'm pretty sure that's the only level where you can like see other levels. You can go to
Yeah.
other levels in a lot of them, but Sunshine is the one where you can like see a couple other levels from pretty much every level.
Yeah.
If you shit into the gears, it means he drinks shit. Okay, I don't think you have to have 100% of them, but it's too many still.
Do you think there's an invisible Dev Star block somewhere in here? Because I don't feel like the programmers did this every time they needed to test it and left it in the game without a Dev Star.
Yeah, there's probably like a vine somewhere.
A vine that takes you to a better power up.
That doesn't
Fans
happen to you every day.
fans find invisible dev block that gives you a star in Conker's Bad Fur Day 20 years after release.
Do you think this series would have been more successful if it was a movie instead of a game?
No.
Okay. Does anyone else have input on
If it was a good movie,
that? No, it would just be this.
like Other M the movie,
Yeah.
with like fake gameplay segments between the. Who the fuck is this?
That's that's how you get the Death Star. He gives it to you.
It's the guardian of the Super Mario 64 door.
You shoot him and you get a key and it opens the door to the Death Star.
I can't shoot him. The gun
You
controls
get
aren't
far
good
enough back.
I don't
just
even know
realized
how
that
to describe how the.
books.
Oops.
Well, maybe he's taking damage and there's just no feedback.
Yeah.
So
You
maybe
can't-
like if you shoot him 99 times, we'll find a new speedrunner trick.
You can't kill a vampire
The
without
sad
the
thing
silver
is, I think
bullet.
shooting him 99 times would be faster than completing the level. At least more reliable. It would be the marathon strat, if nothing else.
Darvo, you should just become like the Strider 7X of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No! I don't want to.
Just like find every numerical value that the game keeps track of and overload it and see what happens. Are there any numbers this game keeps track of? Like, I know it doesn't keep track of how many bullets you shoot, so you couldn't just shoot a gun.
Why? Why did they have this? After giving you gun, that's what the bat is for. But why?
I think they just thought squirrel with crossbow would be funny.
I mean, they're
Oh,
right.
this one has a green laser.
Where even is the next one coming from? I'm just gonna like.
It's right there. It's right.
They had to make a Buffy the
I'm
Vampire
gonna die. Yeah, no, I had to know which corner it was coming from.
I see.
Well, they know how much you like the knives, throw knives at the electrical wire.
And now I have to do the villager harvesting again. Now, the one thing I'll say about this game is it doesn't usually make you redo stuff, other than how it's based around making you redo stuff.
Okay, I guess this
Speaking
barrel boy doesn't really want to talk to you right now.
speaking of games making people redo stuff, Matea, are you here?
Hi.
So in Demon Souls, you know how like you do like the longest, hardest, most annoying level in Demon Souls, and then you fight Flameworker, and then immediately after you get one shot by Dragon God.
Dragon God's really easy though.
Yeah, but he's really easy if you know how to fight him. But like if you're a blind player, like you've never played the game before. Anyway, so you know how that works. So
Yeah.
I was talking to some random people in chat earlier, like that were complaining about how unintuitive Dragon God is, and I was like, they could have just put the entire level like that you did before Flameworker, before Dragon God, and then like made you redo that every time Dragon God just instantly kills you. And they could have not had an elevator shortcut because like not all the areas have shortcuts. So like you could have had to do like 5 minutes of gameplay before each attempt of trying to learn how Dragon God works. And then like they could or and then someone else said like they could have just put one of those big bugs between the Flameworker fog gate and the Dragon God fog gate. So everyone that doesn't know they like take more damage from piercing damage would just have to slowly do like 1 damage per hit.
What was gained?
Why? What? I'm like really confused by this. Like,
What's your point? Like
what's the?
What was the point of killing those bats?
I feel like that was good commentary for the bats part, though.
Yeah.
My point is that Demon Souls is a good game, and should all play it.
I mean, you're just saying like, what if there wasn't a shortcut? That's just like saying like, oh, what if the closest bonfire to the bed of chaos wasn't there? That'd be really annoying, huh?
Well, that's true. It isn't there because it's behind a fog wall that most people doesn't know exists.
Well, damn,
What-
I guess you got me.
No, what I'm saying is like
What?
Dragon God is the only level in that game that doesn't have a level before it, and the only reason it doesn't have a level before it is because the boss can instantly kill you if you don't know how to fight it. So
Okay.
if they
God,
didn't make
This game stinks.
if the Dragon God segment wasn't as hard as the segment Darva was doing right now, we would have had an extra.
This game's
Demon
so
Soul
much harder
level.
than Dark Souls. At least Dark Souls, you could like learn how to be good at it. This one just doesn't work.
Wait, doesn't every boss not have like every final boss of a level not have a level before it though?
No, the other ones have they're shorter levels, but there's still like an enemy or two. Like when you
Or, like,
fight, like when you, I mean, I don't want to spoil like every boss name in case.
oh, did they add stuff or something, or like? Because I don't remember. I don't remember anything being between the last two bosses of any. Besides Boletaria, of course.
There's definitely stuff before the Storm Ruler, and
Is
there's
there?
stuff before Voltaire. Yeah, there's the mana rays that shoot at you.
Yeah, but those are basically part of the boss. To be fair.
Yeah, but they also shoot at you before you get to the boss. And there's the two skeletons. Aren't the two skeletons on the cliff after the second boss?
No, that's before the second boss. I'm like pretty sure.
Wait, is Fool's Idol the archdemon of Latria?
No.
Wait, how does Demon Souls work?
I'm pretty sure there's nothing between like any of them. Like, cause you beat the poop king, and then you fight Garland and the lady.
Darvo, can you go upstairs?
Okay, well wait, before Garland
Yeah.
there's like mosquitoes that can attack you.
I think I need. No, I do not need to go this way.
I don't think I remember any of Tower of Latria because it's so dark.
I remember the level with all the funny slimes.
Wesley, I have like proven you wrong about multiple like facts of Dark Souls 1, so I like really do not trust your memory of Demon Souls.
Look at this
Wait.
really realistic stair texture on this.
Yeah, I was like
ramp.
wasn't sure if you had to jump up this or not.
Well, they didn't know how to animate the vampire's cloak fabric like moving down steps. PW, which facts are you referring to? I don't remember any of those.
Like when you were very sure that you needed the Crest of Artorias to open the Sif door and you were wrong.
That didn't count. That was
And when you didn't remember that you could just use the master key to, like, you can get to the master key door after Taurus, like as early as before Taurus Demon.
No, I knew that one.
I mean, I had to tell you otherwise, so
No, because I was the whole reason we started the Crest of Artorias conversation was because I said that you could fight Sif first because you could, instead of going to Taurus Demon, you could go down to, you could use the Master's Key to open the
Fuck!
thing and go. You could go through Andre and kill the guy in New Londo and get the crest, and then you could.
I knew that would happen.
Wait, no, that's the. He gives you the key to the seal. You know what I'm talking about, PW.
I mean, you were claiming pretty strongly that you couldn't do Sif I mean,
but I was right that he does the animation for putting the crest up.
You were right. You had to like do an entire stream of the crest to prove yourself wrong.
Okay, I do think there's enemies between man-eaters and the monk. From what I remember, like on the staircase going up to the monk.
Okay,
They're
so
gonna make a prequel to
mosquitoes
Dark Souls 1
before
with a boss called Sif the Scaleful, and what do you think of that?
they exist and they're in Kingsfield too. Um, the so there's the mosquitoes before Main Estria. There's the little guys before Stormwiller. There's the ones Matea just said, and then there's Boletaria. So yeah, the only one where there's no level is before Dragon God, because it's just a hallway.
Can I kill the zombies with the crossbow?
That would be good. Oh, epic. Nice one.
That was a good shot.
I like the crossbow more than the gun. Mostly because the green laser is cooler, but also because it works better. And I don't think the gun should be a thing you just have at any time. I think it should be a context-sensitive thing. I don't like it that much.
I don't think animals should be allowed to have guns.
That's a good point. They've never done anything to earn it. I really wish you could play as the werewolf Conker.
Maybe that was a canceled concept art. Why did they put this this joke from Wind Waker in the game?
I always associate funny keys with Pikmin 2.
You know the part in Wind Waker when the little statue hops behind
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
I had no fucking idea until today that there's actually an unused key and door object in Pikmin 1, and it's just like there's keys you can pick up as Olimar and put into doors, and it causes them to squish into the ground.
That's
I
fucked up.
didn't know about him squishing into the ground, but yeah, I thought that was why the keys like get a purpose in Pikmin 2 is because they didn't get one in Pikmin 1.
Well, I mean, the key in Pikmin 2 is clearly a reference to the key from Super Mario World, even though it has a wrong number of tooths. But yeah, maybe there's several unused concepts from Pikmin games that like returned in sequels.
Well, these bats come after me now. Was I supposed to, like, know to clear them out before the other part?
That'd be fucked up if true.
This is a very long walk to not get attacked during.
Maybe they're programmed bad.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, fuck. No.
It's even
Oh my
worse
god, that
they
doesn't
wait
even look
until
like
you're
a thing
almost
in a
there.
video game.
Smash Brothers melee item black hole.
I might have been able to get out of that if I had multiple health because it didn't look like they actually got rid of the key, but yeah, sorry, I'm not speeding any of that up. That's just how this game is. I feel like it would be dishonest.
That's just how this game is on this bitch of an earth.
Don't it always
Disingenuous
seem to
journalism.
go? Conker's Bad for Day is a game.
So are
Fun
there
scroll.
two other keys hiding somewhere?
I think there are, and I hope there aren't. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. If they keep going in order, does that reset it? Okay, good, it resets it. I was probably going to lose more health than I needed to otherwise.
Matea, you see my point with Dragon God though, right?
I wouldn't really consider any of those levels though. They're just like rooms right before the boss.
Well, my point is that there would be more gameplay in this stage of Conquer if the shotgun minigame like didn't exist, or the bat minigame.
Oh, I think I kind of get your point.
Because bosses are just mini games. So, well, in this case, well, that might be true, but in this case, the levels are the mini games. And so, like,
I think if they just didn't make this game, it would be a little bit better. But
If minigames aren't hard, then the level before them are longer. And if the minigame are hard, then the levels before them are shorter. That's my point. And Dragon God is definitely just a minigame. No matter which way you cut it.
Dragon God is definitely easy.
Fuck my life. Okay. I'm okay.
I was like, I thought you died or something, but
Yeah, the camera, like, it feels like it's emotionally controlled by how you feel with the game.
I mean, this is really good camera for the N64. It's just that the game is like too unforgiving otherwise for like stuff like that to be acceptable.
Are you comparing the camera to Castlevania 64 or Mario 64?
Samurai 64.
So do you know that like you have a path you can walk back from?
Yeah. Yeah, I can walk
Okay.
down the stair. I mean, there'll be some zombies or whatever, but those respawn, so I can't clear that the way I can clear the bats. And I have like, what, 4 or 5 chalky, bicky health bars. Props to this game for not saying bicky. I really don't like that abbreviation of biscuit.
I think Limp Bizkit is banned in the UK or Great Britain.
How great is Britain?
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm great. I'm not so great. And
No,
we're in Northern Ireland.
do that.
The Great Grumps.
That doesn't track. If that was the Great Grumps, that would mean that their intro would normally be, "Hey, I'm Gabe. I'm not so Gabe, and we're the Game Grumps."
I feel like they would be Scotland.
It would be the Game Greats.
And then Barry would be Northern Ireland.
Woo! At least these zombies are weak. That's not the right way to go. These books are enormous.
I'm surprised they don't have
Well,
this
did
key
you-
shouting at you while you're like carrying it around.
Hey, I'm a key. Help me.
Put my key back. I gotta eat.
This really did like the placement of those zombies is Dark Soulsian. You could guess from their moans and groans that they were behind the corners, but they're still behind the corners. Oh yeah. That's what that
Ooh.
does. Oh man. Mm.
On a scale of 1 to none, how many of your viewer base do you think will get my Donkey Kong Country
I love
joke?
these tremoring textures.
Yeah, that'd be funny if that was intentional.
Yeah, that's the floor creaking.
How many of my viewers would what? Sorry.
How many on a scale of 1 to 0, how many of your audience viewer base will understand Donkey Kong Country Crystal Coconut jokes, specifically mine?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh man. Okay, we got it back.
Isn't the path to the garden like just in the foyer?
I don't know, like back in the glory days, I would reference Legend of the Crystal Coconut all the time, so I think you're fine. There were like 2 paths to the garden. I'm just checking the one that's more
There's a
on the left.
pirate level in Conker where we can sing the great, great, great pirate Uncle Scurvy
There are
song.
not any pirate levels in Conker where we could sing pirate scorn.
I mean, we had to study the lyrics like 4 separate times for the squibble.
Arr! When I was a young lad, my father said to me, "Lend a ear and hear our history.
That song is deceptively hard to remember.
I'll make you walk the plank and step into the brig. I swear I'll walk you plank before the wrong you did."
I'll make you step on Lego and throw you in the brig.
That's too cruel even for pirates. Why is this happening to me so
This
much? I
camera
think you're
really likes
right
to be
about
upfront
it
on
being
stuff.
based on my emotional state.
It's a mood ring camera.
Is this where the... Yeah, this isn't where it is, but...
I like how these hand marks on the walls that are bloody have 4 fingers, like a cartoon.
Mhm. Oh, jeez, oh, Pizzo.
Do you think Cheeto from Banjo is in one of these books, one of these bookcases?
That's a good question. That would be a subtle but hilarious reference.
It's just a big fucking 3D model. It's hidden within all these 2D images. It doesn't
Conker
move at
put
all.
into the cheat book 12 tails. Where was that other entrance to the garden? I have no, like, I don't have
I'm pretty
great
sure
spatial
it's like
reasoning.
it's just like to the left of the door in the foyer.
The left of the door in the foyer?
Just like go to the front door and then put your back to the door and then go to the right.
I will try that. Oops.
Oops, I fell in the grinder.
My God, what is happening?
I survived.
Yeah, it's just like the camera was like zooming into a fractal on the texture.
Yeah. That's interesting. This is walkable. I kind of thought if you went down there at all, you died.
Sorry about talking
Hey,
about
good
another.
news.
Oh, okay.
Why did that work?
I think
Oh, this fucking sucks so much.
Well, it's a haunted house, so you're supposed to get lost, so you get scared.
I think it's fine to talk about another game as long as it's not. I'm not. It's fine.
I was
that
gonna
was
say
already
that
fun.
Star Wars, the Shadow of the Empire for N64 also lets you fall into a bunch of machinery that looks like it'll definitely instantly kill you, and then you just live. Except they actually hide like cool weapons and like power coins or whatever the collectibles are down there. So I kind of wish this game did that too.
There aren't any good collectibles in this game.
Yeah, I think the weirdest part about this game is how it's an adventure platformer with absolutely no collectibles. Because like cash isn't really a collectible; it's just like a something you get by progressing. They're
So,
just like visible. Um, what are those called? Like
flags or...
yeah, they're just visible flags that
Yeah,
let
it's
you
like you can't go target another stack of dollars if you stuck on one of them, and like you have no idea when the game's gonna give you them anyway.
I'm
Also,
really glad
PW, you
you
remembered right. You just guessed wrong.
I kept thinking of the word parameters instead of flag, and I'm like, no, it's definitely not what those are
Parameter the
called.
Rampeter.
That would be awesome. That would be an awesome franchise.
I feel like this isn't even intentional. How... Or, oh, I guess that bridge back might be just the way you're supposed to carry the key back and not, like, how you're supposed to get your... Come on.
Since I've made contact with the creator of Parappa, Rodney Greenblatt, how much do you think he would charge to draw Conker's Bad Fur Day? Like, do you think he's above that, or
He might be above that.
I think he's above that.
I can't blame him.
He might be willing to draw Diddy Kong Racing Conker.
Yeah, I could like ease him into it. I could have him draw all the Diddy Kong Racing characters and then ask him to draw Conker.
Do you consider the characters exclusive to Diddy Kong Racing DS?
I forget that exists until every time you mention it. Like, I'm pretty sure you mentioned it in the last episode I was in, and I also had forgotten about it then.
That's reasonable. What am I supposed to conclude from the, like, faded skull texture there?
They got embedded into the wall.
Am I expected to get all the keys in one run?
I don't remember anything about this area. I'm sorry. I'm a very bad guest for this game. I have a lot of respect for it, but I don't remember how it works at all.
I'm really worried that that first key respawned. I'm gonna go check that really quick. I don't know what I'm gonna do if that's the case. I guess I'll keep trying, but that's gonna demoralize me really badly.
I do remember this is just the worst area in the game. Like even for people that love every area in the game, I think this is considered like the least good one.
War is pretty bad too. I got through this in my first playthrough and not War, but
War is
maybe I didn't do the rest of War because I was no.
I think War
What?
is
There
just
just like another area there? That's not like pop in, is it? Yeah. No, okay, it was pop in.
I remember
Wow.
how to do all of War, and I don't remember how to do this, so I think War is better.
Can I shoot the bats?
No.
I tried that earlier, I remember. The bats did not respawn? What? What? Are they somewhere else?
I think they just feel bad for you at this point.
Does it, like, pity you by... Oh my fucking god, the C-stick walking! I'm just gonna get my chalky back.
Jack and Daxter 2 does actually have a lot of like pity mechanics coded in. Like if you lose a race twice, the third time it'll be a lot easier, but the NPCs will pretend it wasn't.
It would be like cruel taunting if they removed the bats but not let you keep the key. Are the bats here anymore?
I hope they just move the bats if they attack you somewhere else.
I think the bat death, like... God! Why would they program it like that? It would be so much easier to just give you a checkpoint. Oh...
Well, if you've ever played Half-Life on a hard mode, you know that sometimes checkpoints can be a very bad thing.
Yeah, this doesn't even work. When I press B on here, I just pull out my gun now, which means that like it's definitely accomplished.
Sorry, PW, I didn't mean to bring up the forbidden game.
Which one?
I don't know. I said Half-Life 1 on hard, and you just let out a really big
No,
sigh.
I was just responding to this whole key situation. But isn't there like a race in Okami that like if you lose it 50 times or some like ridiculous number, it gets easier?
I think there's much better examples where you don't have to lose them 50 times.
I know. I'm just saying it's kind of like there's a race that gets easier, but you have to lose like way more times than anyone would actually lose.
In Pokemon Heart Gold version, you can get a tentacle.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't fight you there.
No, Wes, do you know about that?
No, I don't know anything about Okami. I'm a casual.
in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was very recently discovered that if you soft lock yourself on what is it called? It's not Cinnabar Island, is it?
No, that's Kanto. The
You're talking about the Lugia Island?
Dewport? No, Dewport's third gen.
I know you can get soft locked on the Lugia.
I don't know
Island.
why the Cyanwood.
I think it's no, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, there's an island you can soft lock yourself on in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but if you do, there's actually an NPC that will give you a tentacle, so it's impossible to actually soft lock yourself there. And this was only discovered like months ago.
I feel like that's another rainbow coin situation where like definitely 100,000 players found that on accident, but just didn't talk about
You'd
it.
have to release all your Pokemon and like
You
try
you
really
have to,
hard to lose
yeah,
anything
it's
with
not.
Surf. It's not quite as simple
I knew
as the
someone.
Rainbow Coin.
I knew someone in third grade that played Pokemon Red, Pokemon Gold, and Pokemon Sapphire, like all the way through, and still thought that you could only hold 6 Pokemon in your party, and that you could not use the PCs. So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
maybe somebody found it. I mean, I feel like actively releasing all your Pokemon takes a lot more thought than not being able to use your computer. But either way, I mean, it wasn't documented until recently. Like nobody knew about it or like posted about it online.
Has anyone tried the soft lock in what's it called, like Silicone City and Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald?
Yeah,
What's
I've tried to soft
the
lock in Silicon City.
what the fuck is that city called? The one with it's white all around and you have to
Oh,
surf to get there.
Sutopolis?
Yeah, not that I've seen videos of people soft locking there.
Okay,
That's
so
probably the easiest place to soft lock because you can it's literally just like surrounded by walls.
I'm glad I remembered that you could south lock there and I wasn't just making that up.
Yeah.
They should rename it the Silicone City.
They're gonna rename it that in Hyper Omega Ruby and Hypo Alpha Sapphire.
Space Station Silicone City.
They're gonna rename it Silicon City, and then the version exclusive. In one version it'll be Silicon City, and the other version it'll be Carbon City.
Carbink City, yeah. I wonder where the third key will spawn.
I was watching the new Assassin's Creed and there was like a big part of the gameplay is like mining carbon ingots and just like carrying 10 in your inventory at all times, which is really weird when you're sneaking around and climbing up trees and disguising as people just to think that you have 10 giant carbon ingots that you mined out of a mountain jingle jangling in your coat. Like I don't even
Go on.
I don't even know how you get a carbon ingot. Like I feel like you would need a factory process to turn in a material into a raw carbon square.
I didn't even remember that there was a new Assassin's Creed game coming out.
I don't think it's like the newest one. I think it was the last newest one, but it was new to me because I had never seen it before. It's the one where you play as a Viking.
That's the new one.
Oh, okay.
Not this year.
Assassin's Creed, Become the Viking.
Are they the one that got into Smash?
That was
No.
Smash Bros. XL, yeah.
Yeah.
The character from literally the first game got into Smash.
Well, they could have been a Viking. I'm not very good at Assassin's Creed lore. I think Assassin's Creed lore is more confusing than Kingdom Hearts lore. Because Kingdom Heart lore, at least, like is kind of straightforward. There's just a lot of it.
It's not really confusing. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
That's true of both.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed bad though.
It's like the world is ending, but on a very specific way, and then like they have to become historic people to change the way the world is, but like they somehow know exactly what they need to do in order to reverse the time perfectly into a state where the earth won't be going towards the sun. Oh, you found an illusionary wall, Darvo. You just gotta equip your sword and take
Yeah, just put the key down and
Great chest ahead.
it.
What do I do?
Try holding with both hands.
That just makes me go into first person.
Can you like?
The-
I mean, the key's not very far away. Can you just like let go of it?
Need soldier.
I think this game great stuff on the ground.
Try jumping.
Yeah.
What's another
What
funny
could I
Dark Souls
possibly
message?
do to open that bookshelf on that floor I couldn't access until now?
Fucking go up and shoot at it with your gun.
Don't give up, skeleton.
I don't think that's true, but I don't think it's true that I shouldn't give up. I think I'm supposed to go clockwise, then counterclockwise from here.
Oh yeah, try horse. Try horse is a popular DS2 one. Also need beanpole.
There we
if
go.
You're...
Funny. Oh wait, this was the one I... Wait, no, it wasn't the one I pulled originally. Kick ass.
Whoa, how'd you know that bookcase turned into a door like that?
Cause that's how it was in Banjo-Tooie, and they just copied the asset from Banjo-Tooie. This is how you get from Targizian's temple to Pterodactyl Land.
This is the house of Gruntilda's dad.
That's very true.
Gruntilda's dad could technically be
That
a
was
squirrel.
seizure warning.
I didn't see it. I was looking down.
My stream frame rate might not have been enough, but like it was, the camera was like flickering the texture.
Yeah, I saw what you mean.
I like how Conker's pissed off whenever he walks.
I'm pissed off whenever I walk too.
I relate. I'm not sure if there's like an alternate way you're supposed to get over here, but that way seems like about as well telegraphed as anything in the game.
I mean, you could just like walk up from the path you're supposed to walk down to get the key.
Oh, you're right.
I know everyone thought I was joking when I was talking about like extensive Conker modding in the first video, but I legitimately think that if you turned your channel into a extensive mod Conker's Bad Fur Day channel, you would just get like 500,000 subscribers because no one else will ever do that.
I think if we wait long enough, Snooplex will do it.
Oh yeah, that's why he's here.
I don't think Snooplex is that invested in Conker's Bad Fur Day. I mean, yeah, I guess eventually has to.
Did he Conkers couldn't have been featured in the ice level versus desert level video, right?
Oh, that was
It
weird.
doesn't
Conker's
have either, so
when you were Conker's head like changes shape when you're standing still on the barrel, and then when you're moving on the barrel. Also, no, I don't think it was featured in that video.
I don't know. I feel like Snooplex. I feel like if it's a N64 game, Snooplex would be interested in it, but
I'm sure they're interested in the game. I don't think they would create like a special mod world. Like someone should make a little Conker village where you walk to McDonald's.
I mean, Snooplex doesn't make the mods he shows off.
I know, that's why I'm saying that he wouldn't make a Conker mod. Like, you'd have to be really invested in the game to change the direction of his channel.
I
Darvo,
cannot
don't think
believe
Oh
I
my god.
that was the most, like, dainty, zany way of doing that you could have possibly done.
I really like that the whole point of this was just to get the barrel guy again.
Yeah, it's the only place you can get a barrel is in that haunted
Oh, and then he
mansion.
lets you walk up this fucking sloped water, right?
If only Kazooie was here, she could have just carried you up there. Do you think Kazooie and Conker would be better friends than Banjo and Kazooie?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey, what about me?
That's how you get the money behind the gate here.
What happened to that barrel man? Did he like just run off, or did I just see him
He just
explode?
broke.
Okay.
Cash prices. Oh,
2 hours
I
of gameplay for a crowbar.
I think that
breaks.
key quest actually was what ended my first run, and I never got to. No, I like distinctly remember doing. Maybe I'm just thinking that I lived Big Dips LP.
Weekly quest ready to turn in for Game Pass.
Yeah, it's really cool. You go back to the start of the game from there.
It's not that all wasn't just for a barrel. It was also just for one stack of cash.
I mean, I think just like when you come back from here, there's just like, oh yeah, if you get your pan back. I forgot that. I was wondering if you just permanently had the shotgun, or if they just arbitrarily give you the pan back, but you just get the pan.
Is the gargoyle still down here?
Probably.
Should I check?
No.
I'll check with the camera, the good camera.
Yeah, you just have to emotionally tune it.
Yeah, he's there. I saw him for a second. Yep.
Yeah.
Is he sitting up now?
If you go
No.
down there, he gives you a tentacle, and no one's found it yet.
Gives you a tentacle?
Tentacle.
Oh,
However,
tentacle.
yeah, that guy.
I thought you meant like as like an extra appendage.
No, I just don't know how to pronounce rudimentary Pokemon names.
You go down
What
there
would
and the
these
game
flowers'
turns in.
names be if they were Pokemon?
Bulbasnacks.
Yeah. But I was gonna say you just go down to the gargoyle and the big game becomes Stretch Panic. Yeah, okay, I was remembering right. It's just after you.
This is a funny transition from the beginning of the game again
Is
to
this
this.
Yeah.
pre-rendered on the N64 and like they didn't want to render it again because this definitely has like a lower resolution than the rest of this game.
They might have pre-rendered it for this like grain effect. I don't know.
Well, it's
Yeah,
black
but
and
like
white,
the
so they have to
models
make
are
the
like a lot more
graphics look
pixelated
older.
than they are in the actual game. It's like really weird. Maybe it's just the models themselves are more pixelated than most, but yeah, no, like it is so smooth. It's like actually HD. That
Yeah,
was
maybe
definitely
they
like
just.
a pre-rendered
Yeah,
N64 cutscene they did not upscale.
Considering when you get chance time in Mario Party 3, the like 3 different spotlights cause so much lag on the game that it can actually crash it. I think that it is possible the filter effect might have just been like too risky to use without lowering the polygon count.
Anyway, I'm not doing war tonight. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. Remember to
Happy
wear your
Halloween.
costumes and eat your candy.
I hope you had a nice Halloween because we certainly did not.
Have a good Halloween. Hopefully I'll get this up by midnight tonight on Halloween.
Trick, treats, and thanks on this merry November.
Hey, this game stinks.
Hey, Stinky!
I just added in like a Mario 8